Why the fuck are all of these features marked as passed when they are clearly broken? There is one small tweak you can do to your requirements while you are writing them to avoid this fucking issue altogether. I will teach you what it is in today's spec writing lesson. Welcome to the 5th episode of our SpecWriting Academy, where I teach you my real-life first-hand lessons on spec writing. My name is Marko, I am the CEO of SwipeSpec, and SwipeSpec is a tool where all of these lessons are integrated directly into the tool, so you don't have to think about it. You just go to our website, get yourself on the waiting list, and I will make sure that you get access to the tool as soon as possible. In the early days of my product management career, I often encountered this stupid situation. I would write a list of requirements, I would give them to the development team, they would implement, then it would go to the QA would test, it will pass, and then it will get back to me for validation, and it will be full of mistakes. First thought would be that I wasn't specific enough while writing the requirements. And you wouldn't be wrong. There have been many situations where I underspecified the requirements. But this was not the case. This fucking thing was happening even when I specified to the smallest detail. To figure out what was happening, I had to start backtracking up the chain. So I went to the QA, and then I went and read what developers wrote, and then I looked at my initial inputs and I saw what happened with the information. Funny enough, have you ever played that game, Broken Telephone, as a kid where, first kid whispers to the next one, and then at the end of the chain, the last kid has to say the message out loud, and then usually the message doesn't match what the initial kid wanted to say? This is kind of what was happening with my requirements. Let me show you. I will start with the bad example, so look at this requirement. User shall be able to update their profile and receive email confirmation and see it reflected on their dashboard. You're asking yourself what's wrong with this requirement. When I looked at the downstream from this requirement and how others received it, I saw this. Developers wrote, implement profile update endpoint and ensure updated user data is displayed on the dashboard. And then when I went the next step to the QA layer, I saw the test, and this was the test. Profile update reflects on dashboard. Precondition, standard user has to be logged in, and then these were the steps. Navigate to profile settings, change the display name, save changes, go to dashboard, and crucially, expected result, updated display name is shown on the dashboard. So what happened with the email confirmation? I can only assume it got lost in the broken telephone, and it was my mistake. So when you look at these examples, today's lesson is very simple but very powerful. Separate complex requirements into individual requirements. You can summarize it to 3 simple rules. Each requirement should cover one aspect, functionality, or behavior. Each requirement would ideally be a single sentence, and each requirement has to be testable with a simple pass or fail test. Let's now go and fix those initial bad requirements. This is the original problematic requirement. User shall be able to update their profile and receive email confirmation and see it reflected on their dashboard. And I would split it into 3 individual requirements. First one, the system shall allow users to update their profile information. The second one, the system shall send confirmation email to the user after successful profile update. And the third one, the system shall display the updated information on the user's dashboard. Now, if these were the requirements that I supplied to the rest of the chain in my organization, it's much harder for them to lose the information along the way. And at the end of the chain, QA would most probably write 3 different tests, and my validation would pass smoothly. Guys, I had to learn these lessons the hard way from years of working and making all of these mistakes. I'm sharing them with you because I didn't have it when I needed it. Or it was there, but it wasn't in the format that was suitable for me. I hope that you go and check out other lessons in our SpecWriting Academy, and that you also go to our website, SwipeSpec.com, and get yourself on the waiting list, because you don't even need to think about these lessons. It's all implemented directly into the tool. Subscribe to our channel. I'll be sharing my next spec writing lesson very soon, and thanks for watching.